Alright, time for devlog number 18. Now, starting on the character select screen, because this is the best starting point, I suppose. Now we have these neat little scrolls behind the text. Number one, to make them stand out behind the background more. Number two, makes them look a lot crisper. I don't think I need to tell you who did the scroll. It was DGM. But if I hit the restart button right now, we'll go to the title screen, and you'll see... give me a second. Forgot the respawn button only. The restart button only works if you've already picked a character. You go to the title screen and you'll see that DGM did animations for the title screen and redrew the whole thing. And obviously the character sprites look a lot better than what I did. It obviously has a different vibe than what I did, but it definitely looks better. And he also did an intro cutscene. You can go ahead and read that. I'll scroll every 5-ish seconds. And then you go back to character select. Now picking Woofius, because why wouldn't I pick Woofius? You can see everything's the same so far, except when we get over here, stage 5 now has a description right there. It now has an icon. So that's neat. And if you go down here, after you beat stage 5, this little sign pops up with N that highlights when you get close to it. And when you space, you get the ending. That's Schlurgle, if you didn't know, which you haven't seen him yet in the devlog series. If you're on the 4Fats Discord, you've probably already seen this goober. There's the 4 things. And then you get the character-specific endings. There's Woofius. I'm not going to show you, I'm not going to wait through these, because I'm going to make a video later showing every character ending once they're all done. But you may notice that since progress is saved between characters, theoretically you could just switch to Zamba, go over to the end, and start Zamba's ending up, which... yeah, that does kind of suck that you can just see all the character endings only playing through the game as one character and then switching to the other characters to see them. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I doubt anyone would play through the game 5 times. It's a pretty repetitive experience after the first time. But mostly because it's just Maximus 1, basically, but with less things going on. It's a simpler version of Maximus 1. If Maximus 1... is Maximus 1, then this is Maximus 0.5. This, in a hypothetical sense, is what you'd expect, both scale and quality-wise, if there was a Maximus game before Maximus 1. I know that is explained poorly, but if you're curious, this is what Stage 5 looks like. I'm not going to play through the end of it. You see, Woofius' health bar is now the size of a football field. I have it set to max for testing purposes. But now all of Woofius' moves have sound effects, so that's neat. All of Pon's moves have sound effects too. Monty's, Ghost Face's, and Zamba's still needs work though. The Beezer also has sound effects. I'm just showing you this because this is the vibe Stage 5 has. It's basically all boss refights, except for the only bosses that aren't refought here are Resurrectus, which is the boss of Stage 4, because why would you refight him? Because you just fought him right before the stage. And Sumer, because frick Sumer, no one likes Sumer. Real quick, I just want to say, if you restart, the only character whose health I have maxed out like that is friggin' Woofius's, again, for testing purposes. So that's the current state of Rise of the Grunts. I'll do a full playthrough of the game as Woofius, without the health bar thing. I should do that shortly, but right now I'm just working on getting the sound effects working. Ghostface's ending isn't implemented yet. I obviously have no control over... I obviously have little to no control over what Ghostface's ending is going to be. You know, because Ghostface is not a character I created, nor really one that I have control over. I have some input, but not really. Versus every other character where I basically made their endings, just didn't draw them. Pon's ending's probably my favorite in all honesty, but I'll show you guys that later. I got 2 videos I guess I need to work on, the Woofius playthrough and the all endings thing. Can't do the all endings thing yet because Ghostface's isn't done, but every other character's is. And the black book, if you're curious, is basically all complete. I can scroll through, and it just... Oh yeah, the black book glitched, I guess. It's not loading anything past Malice. I'm gonna have to fix that. Alright, I guess that's it.